What's up, everybody? What up, Umar? How's it going? Just getting started here. About to dial some sellers. I got a few follow-ups to make and then gonna start calling some new leads. So we've got, a few hours before the end of the day, so I'm just gonna crank out some dials here. So, how's business been going for you? Mm-mm-mm. And let me know if you can hear when I call this guy. Are you in California too? It's freaking hot as heck. Can you hear that ringing?
Please leave your message for
All right, double dial in. There's a seller we got a contract out to. So, Gary, Indiana.
Please leave your message for
Hey, what's up, Drew? It's Chris. I was just following back up with you on the proposal we put together for the property. Got some really good news for you. So give me a call back when you get a chance. My telephone number is 619-525-7132. Hope you're having a good one, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. All right, let's go to the next one. All right. What's up, everybody? Dialing sellers here today. About to get this going. 16:31 minutes. Are you still doing deals in Chicago, Umar? Or are you doing deals elsewhere? It's like 100 degrees out here and the AC is not working. They're working on
Please
the
leave your
AC in the building.
message for
Kathy Walker Harris.
Hey, Kathy, it's Chris. I was circling back with you on our discussion about your property on 14th Street. Wanted to chat. Give me a call back when you get a chance. My telephone number is 619-525-7132. Hope you're having a good one, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. All right, next one. Might have a good sub 2 one coming up here. Let's see, this guy is in Carmel. did we come up with on this one? So we do a lot of deals in Indianapolis, and Carmel is like a really, really nice area in the Indy market. It's just outside of Indianapolis. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? I sent something over to my agent. Oops. Let's see. Oh, she sent an email with the CMA. So I'm double checking with her because this would be a full novation. And let's see, here we go. So he wanted, what did he want? He wanted 630 to 650. Found common in the same neighborhood within the past 180 days, one with an unfinished basement. 625 to 635 if he's finished it. Yeah, it's not gonna make sense. So let's see here. So if we were to list it, minus 30. Okay, so what we can do is come in at a 530 number.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, what's up, Steven? It's Chris. Hope you're doing well and had a great weekend. Wanted to reach back out about our discussion on your property there on Cole Court. Give me a call back when you get a chance. Telephone number is 619-525-7132. Hope you're having a great day and look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye. Nice. North Carolina. What part of North Carolina are you marketing in? All right. I had to get some music going, so it's not just silent here. All right. Okay, let's talk to Mark.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
So what are you currently doing on those leads in North Carolina? Are you calling them? You got somebody else calling them? What's the plan?
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, Mark, it's Chris. Hope you're doing well and had a great weekend. I was reaching back out to you to finish up our conversation that we're having Friday afternoon about your property there on 6th Ave in St. Petersburg that we were discussing. Give me a call back when you get a chance. My telephone number is 619-525-7132. Again, 619-525-7132. Hope you're having a great day, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye. All right, let's see what else we got on the callbacks. So everything else is a future callback. Okay, let's just double check a couple older ones. All right, so let's go ahead and do some new leads. Right. Carmel, Indiana. Get on the call. Yeah, Carmel, Indiana. It's just outside of Indianapolis. So I wanted to get on a call with you and Christian to solve the ideal realtor or property visits. I have two callers that are calling them. Can you elaborate more on the problem you're trying to solve? And I can Raleigh and surrounding area. Oh, okay. Raleigh's a good market. Um, yeah, give me a little more context of the problem you're trying to solve, and then I can, try to, maybe answer it here and, possibly hop on a call. All right, let's see here. Now, some of these leads are older leads that are in markets, that are not, they're not really big money markets. So like Birmingham, Alabama, for example, we're not marketing in Birmingham anymore. There's a lot of work. It's the same, basically same work as any other markets, and you're struggling to get, $3,000 to $5,000 assignment fees. We just have better markets. So I'm just moving these leads over into a different portion of the pipeline. And then let's see here. Okay, let's see. Trying to understand why it is not serving up these other leads here. Let's try this. I'm gonna log out and then log back in.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 6143.
Okay, no answer. Go ahead and give it up.
Hi, this is Shirley Ann. Please leave a message and I'll call you right back. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye. Hi, this is Shirley Ann. Please leave a message and I'll call you right back. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.
And for those of you watching, I'm not leaving voicemails. The only people I'm leaving voicemails for are people that I've worked with already, had a call with, and I'm following up with them. Either I made an offer or I was working towards an offer. So let's see here. Gotta put my phone on do not disturb, otherwise I'm gonna freaking just keep getting South Bend, Indiana. All right, let's see here.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
I'm gonna do a quick Instagram promo. What up, everybody? Going live on YouTube right now. So if you guys want to watch me get on seller calls live and lock up deals, then click the link right here and you could jump on, go into the comment section. If you guys have deals you need help closing, you need deals converted over to novations, cash wholesale deals converted to novations, or you need help closing creative deals, or need help dispoing, then definitely hit me up in the chat once you jump on. And again, I'll put the link right here for you. Peace. All right. All right. Who else is here? Say what's up in the chat, and about to jump on another call here. Dollars. All right, so this guy was a no answer. Next one. All right, so who just jumped on? Oh, we got another daily road. Wait a second. I think we're under contract with this one. So 6430. Yeah, this one's already under contract. So we're gonna terminate this lead. Duplicate. Guys, I'm curious what you guys are doing to market. Where are you guys finding your leads at the moment? You know, and what leads are you guys focusing on? What kind of marketing? You know, is it PPC? Is it texting? Is it cold calling? Bandit signs, like whatever it is, you know, very interested to hear what you guys are doing to generate leads, and then what your process looks like. Do you guys have a one call close process? Do you have, you know, do you have a setter closer model? Like, what's your process look like? All right, let's call this next one. All right, you guys are just jumping on. We're dialing for dollars here. It's your boy Chris closes your deal. Put a thumbs up in the chat. Let me know where you guys are from, what markets you guys are focusing on. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and just start dialing for dollars. So this one is actually listed and has been listed for 115 days. Cool. So let's see here.
Please leave your message for
GP Racing.
GP Racing. Okay, so no answer. We're gonna move forward. This guy has it listed with a realtor for 115 days. Let's see here. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Webster, Florida. So guys, right now I'm focusing primarily on PPC leads. We do nationwide PPC. They're all over the place, but I'm focusing on our ones in Florida, Ohio, and Indiana. Let's see here. So this one. In Webster, Florida. You guys hear the ringing?
Please leave your message for 352603682.
All right, no answer. Getting a lot of no answers on today. Okay, let's see. Next one, Youngstown. It's the duplicate. Welcome to anybody new jumping on here. We're just dialing for dollars. Here we go. There's a one in Ohio. Still interested in selling, not right now. Huh, okay. You filled out the form. Let's see. Anybody new jumping on? Where are you from?
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
English Larson.
Is not available. At the tone.
Okay, we're gonna double dial. Because if you ain't double dialing, you ain't dialing at all.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message.
Okay. And we don't leave voicemails. We just keep moving along because it takes too much time. And I'm going to send a text though. Gonzalo Marquez, Toledo, Ohio.
Hello.
Donzel, what's up? It's Chris.
Oh, nothing much.
How's it going? Good?
Yeah, real good.
Nice, nice. Yeah, man, I was calling about your property on Indiana Ave. Looks like you had filled out a form on our website and you're possibly considering selling that. Did I catch you at a bad time?
Yes, you did, right? Really.
Okay. When's a better time to connect with you?
Tomorrow morning about 9.
Around 9. Okay. So you're on East Coast time, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm actually on the West. So
Midwest.
Midwest. Okay, got it. So yeah, I'm on the West Coast, so it'll be like 6 or 7 a.m. at that time. Is there any other times a little later?
9 your time.
9 my time? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I can give you a call then.
All right.
All right. See ya. All right. Let's go tomorrow. 9 a.m. All right, got some more people coming in. Guys, if you guys are just jumping on the Zoom, go ahead and post where you're from or where you're marketing to in the chat. If you're a real estate investor, what markets you guys are marketing in. If you're not a real estate investor, what's got you jumping on the Zoom? You know, if you have questions, you want to learn a little bit about real estate investing, feel free to throw some comments in the chat. And guys, by the way, if you guys have deals, you guys have cash wholesale deals locked up that not working out, you're having trouble dispoing it, we can either A, help you dispo it, or we can pivot that to a novation. And generally speaking, you're going to make a bit more money on that deal. So we partner on it. We convert it to a novation, get the deal sold. We split those proceeds, but you can make a lot more money. I mean, we've done deals where, you know, if it was a cash wholesale deal, we would have been lucky to make $5,000 at best if we could even move the deal. And we converted it to a novation and made $40, $50, $60, $70,000. So if you guys are not doing novations and you need help converting your cash contracts into novations, definitely hit me up and we can help you do that. We can also do creative finance. So got a lot of experience in creative finance. I'm actually closing on my primary residence here in San Diego, subject to 4.67% interest rate and about $40,000 cash to close, all in. It's fully renovated. It is going to need a roof, so that's going to need some work, but $40K cash to close, fully renovated, 4.67% interest rate on basically an $800,000 house here in San Diego. So if you guys want help with locking up deals like that, or you need help with novations, and if you don't know what a novation is, basically think of cash wholesale, but on market, where you make a much bigger spread because you're wholesaling it to end buyers. So we can teach you all about that. We can help you convert your contract over and go from there. So let's make some money together. So, all right. So I got this guy scheduled for a call back tomorrow. I'm going to make the next dial here. And right now I'm just churning through. These are all PPC leads. So we do nationwide PPC. I do have it filtered down to where I'm primarily focusing on ones in Florida, Indiana, and Ohio. So let's see here. Okay, so let's see here. So this guy has his listed. Oh, it looks like he sold it. Let's double check. Now we have automated text messages that go out to sellers all the time. So sometimes sellers will get under contract with a buyer and they'll respond to our text messages and say, oh yeah, it's sold. But if you've been in the industry long enough, you know that sold isn't sold. In the car business, they used to say it's not sold until you see teeth and taillights. So in the real estate space, it's not closed until title is transferred. So I'm going to double check. It looks like he's got a pending offer. Wow, it's a really nice property. Yeah, it's not really going to fit our box. So honestly, even though it's pending, normally I would reach out to a seller like this and I would still follow up so I can, stay on top of it. And in the event that it falls out of escrow, we would hit them back up and try to lock up the deal. But this one is just not really, it doesn't make sense for us. It doesn't fit our buy box. It doesn't fit for innovation. And it's like fully renovated. So let's see here. Okay, so let's call this guy. Umar, you need to delete a bunch of apps or something on your laptop, because if this is how long it takes your laptop to restart, then you need some new RAM or something. You need to upgrade that RAM. Okay, let's give this guy a shot. Oh, this thing looks like it's like partially renovated. It's in the middle of a renovation. Okay, let's call this guy Jimmy English. Guys, put a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear that ringing right there.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Okay. Next. I'm gonna call him back again. So I'll generally double dial. Sure. All right, next lead. And we have, let's see, got 61 PPC leads in here that I'm calling through. And then I've got about 70 cold call leads and then a bunch of text message leads in here as well. So let's go through.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available.
All right. Nobody's picking up the phone today. Mondays are always a little rough.
This is Kenneth Colgate.
Hey, what's up,
Please
Kenneth?
leave a message. I will not answer any calls that I do not know. So leave me a message on my voicemail. And if I know who you are, I will call you back.
Hey, Kenneth, this is Chris Deal. I was reaching out to you because you filled out a web form on our website about wanting to sell your property there in Panama City. We're actually looking to purchase a couple more properties in that area, so wanted to connect with you. Give me a call back when you get a chance. My telephone number is 619-525-7132. Again, 619-525-7132. Hope you're having a good one, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. So that guy I'll leave a voicemail for because he notated that in the form as well. And, I'd rather him call me back. So let's see. Okay, so this one's a foreclosure potential. So this one I'm gonna call back. So it's pending on the MLS, but they did say it was a foreclosure issue in the web form. and it fell out of escrow 4 times already. So definitely want to see if we can help out. Okay, I'm going to triple dial this one because of the foreclosure issue. Okay, on to the next one. That's probably why they're in foreclosure, because they don't answer calls. So guys, if you're ever struggling with foreclosure, you guys are ever struggling with foreclosure, answer your phone, because there's people like me that can actually help solve your problem, and we're calling you. Now, some of the people calling you are bill collectors trying to get money out of you, but we can actually help you get out of your house and avoid the foreclosure. Sometimes even put some cash in your pocket. All right, let's see here. Tired landlord. All right, perfect. Lafayette, Indiana.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated.
All right, and sometimes this is how it is. You know, we've already made just on this this live so far, made close to 30 dials in less than an hour, and you know, we're not really getting a whole heck of a lot of traction. So nobody's really picking up. I had one person pick up and scheduled a call for tomorrow. So you know, but you got to keep just trudging through it. It's also Monday. Mondays are usually tougher.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Guys, if you guys are watching, definitely put in the chat. Would love to see. We're looking for just new ideas around content and things that people want to see. So if you guys have any ideas on specific types of content that you'd like to see on the channel, let us know in the chat, and anything that we can come up with and put out, you know, that would add value to what you guys are doing, we'd love to do that. So basically, I'm getting expired, canceled or withdrawn leads from Creative REI Reply. Some have realtors, including the FSBO, that have listed because they can't sell for obvious reasons. Okay. All right. Looks like there's going to be more context coming to that. So I'll just wait for that and continue dialing. And let's see. Started at about 73 PPC leads, and I'm just churning through all these. Welcome, folks. If you're new here, let me know where you're watching from.
Hello.
Hello, Margaret.
Yes.
This is Chris. How are you?
I'm good.
Good, good. I was calling about your property on Vista Lane there in Naples. Looks like you had filled out a form on our website about possibly selling that property. Did I catch you at a bad time?
Yeah. No, I'm just getting home from work.
Oh, okay. Sounds like perfect timing. Oh, did I lose you?
Yeah, that property is a thorn in my side.
It's a thorn in your side. Oh, no. Well, that's
Yeah,
not good.
because I bought another house and I need to get rid of that house.
Got it. Okay. Was this your primary residence or was it a rental?
No, it was my primary,
Got
but I
it.
got a new job offer and moved.
Oh, wow. Okay. Where did you move to?
Fort Walton Beach.
Oh, okay. All right. How do you like it over there?
It's nice.
Very nice. Okay. Nice. Upgrade in your job?
Yes.
Nice. What do you do?
I'm a nurse practitioner.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Well, I know, yeah, it's not the same as military, but you guys don't get the thanks that you guys deserve. So thank you for your service.
Yeah, well, I've done both, so.
Oh, well then double thanks for your service. How long have you been a nurse practitioner?
I started in healthcare in 1985, so.
Oh, wow. Wow, you could have helped assist when my sister was being born.
Yeah, probably.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, so yeah, well, the point of this call really is just to see if your property qualifies for getting an offer as is. We're generally looking for properties for one of a couple reasons. Either we're going to fix and flip a property, or we're going to hold it as some sort of rental. That could be a long-term rental. It could be a short-term rental. It could also be a mid-term rental, like in your industry for like traveling nurses or like insurance companies that need to put families up because their houses got, devastated by
Right.
like a hurricane or something like that. So by the end of this phone call, I'm either going to get an approval from our underwriters with an offer, or they're going to deny it and they'll give me a reason why. Okay.
Okay.
So, and some of the benefits of working with us is we do buy the home as is. We'll cover all the closing costs, and there's no commissions to be paid out. Can you grab a pen and a piece of paper real quick? I'm going to have you jot down a couple pieces of information that you'll want to have handy, especially if we get this approved.
Hold on just a second.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. So my name is Chris Deal, like let's make a deal.
Okay.
And the name of our company is Lazarus Property Group, like Lazarus from the Bible.
Okay.
And our office line here is 619 525
Okay.
7132.
Okay.
And then our website, if you ever want to check us out, is www.lazprop. It's just LAZPROP.com.
All right.
All right. And by the way, there's some sort of technical glitch on the website. If you don't put the www in, then it'll give you like an error. So just make sure you put that in when you go to the website.
Okay.
I know they're working on fixing that. So so yeah, I guess catch me up to speed. How long ago did you buy the new house and get the job?
I bought this house. We closed. Trying to think, when did I start to work? We closed on this house July the 17th or the 16th, somewhere in the middle of July.
Okay,
I started to work the 30th.
got it. Okay, all right. And so what's been? I mean, have you been trying to sell the property, or what's been the?
We actually had a realtor that we're firing because she has made no progress, and every time there's been multiple open houses, multiple showings, and she gives us the same excuse every time. Nobody likes the floor plan. It's a
Oh, wow.
4-bedroom, 2.5-bath house, and it's got the split floor design where the master bedroom is on the back of the house. The other 3 bedrooms are at the front of the house. Kitchen is in the center. Living room is toward the back. It has a screened-in lanai on the back.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
And, and we've put over $100,000 in the house because it's got a new roof that was put on 2 years ago, right before Ian hit.
Mm.
It's got a brand new kitchen with all stainless steel appliances that's 2 years old. It's got a new HVAC system with new electrical, the wiring and stuff that was put in this year.
Got it.
So,
Okay. Got it. So you've done quite a bit of work to it. You said about $100,000 you put in?
yeah, and the house has been painted inside and out.
Okay. And inside and out. All right. Got it. All right. What was your favorite thing about this home or this neighborhood that, made you guys want to buy it in the first place?
Well, it was close to where I worked,
Hmm.
and it's a gated community.
Got it. Okay. All right. I'm guessing there's an HOA then?
Yes, it's $525 a month,
525.
and that includes all the outside yard work, the cable and the internet, and all the water outside the house is included in that.
Water outside the house, you mean for like the landscaping?
Yeah, the spring, yeah,
Got it. So,
and all the landscaping is provided.
got it. Landscaping.
Yeah, every Friday morning they wake you up before 8 o'clock mowing grass.
Oh man. Yeah, that's always fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially, do you do the 3 on, 4 off, or?
No, I work Monday through Friday.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Well, at least you have consistent schedule. I could imagine if you had the 3 off or the 4 off, and you're like trying to sleep in that day, then it's got to be a total nightmare.
Right.
Um, all right. Is it just yourself that owns the property, or is there anybody else that would
No,
need
it's
to be
me
involved?
and my husband,
Okay. All right. And what was your husband's name?
Mitchell.
Mitchell. Okay. Awesome. All right. And I guess you guys are pretty much on very much the same page as far as wanting to sell the property, it sounds like.
Yes, we're not going back to Naples.
Okay. All right. What didn't you like about Naples?
Well, it's just getting too crowded. It's, they're pricing people out. It's, the beaches are too crowded. So it's not a relaxing spot anymore.
Mm, got it. Yeah, I kind of know how that is. We're in San Diego, and certain times of year it gets super crowded on the beach.
Yep.
Although my wife's from Florida and so yesterday was the first time this entire year that she's stepped foot into the water because she's from Florida and you guys actually have bath water over there. Here it's like ice cold most of the time.
Right. We lived in Northern California for quite a few years, so
Very
we knew
familiar.
all about the cold water.
Yeah, you're probably used
You
to it,
need
huh?
a skin suit to get in the water.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Well, I keep telling her because we have our daughter turned 21 months old yesterday, so we were getting her in the water, and I've been a surfer for like a decade, and I keep trying to get her to let me bring the baby into the water. So yesterday we were able to get her into the water, and she loved it. She was just running around, playing on the sand, and it was a blast. So,
Well, we have a pool, so
oh,
I
nice.
don't get in the water I can't see the bottom of.
Got it. Okay. All right. Um, so you guys are firing your agent. What's the
Yeah.
plan at that point?
The plan is, getting the house sold,
Mhm.
because I just don't think that she's either one, not putting in the effort, or number two, not being honest with us, because
Got
we're
it.
doing this long distance.
Yeah. Got it. Okay. How did you guys find her?
She was the real estate agent for a friend of mine that bought a house, and she bought in a new development, so I don't know if there was a lot of work that had to go into it, but ours is an established community.
Mhm.
And so it's like you got to find somebody that wants to buy these houses in these smaller communities with HOAs and gates and
Yeah. Some different marketing for sure.
yeah.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, do you guys still have debt on the property or do you guys own it outright?
Yes.
Okay.
We're making 2 mortgages right now.
Oh, got it. Yeah, that's got to be tough. Okay. What's the roughly what's the current balance on this house?
Uh I know it's less than 400,000.
Okay.
I don't know the exact number.
Got it. Okay. All right. Sorry, give me 1 second. Let me just turn this music down. Sorry, they have like the office music playing and sometimes it's a little a little unnerving. Um, okay, so a little less than 400. Did you guys get that at a time when the interest rates were super stellar?
Yeah, we bought before things actually skyrocketed.
Hmm. Got it. Okay. What kind of interest rate you got on this one?
I'm not exactly sure. I want to say it's 2.9 or 3, somewhere along in there. It was a good interest rate.
Got it. Okay. All right. And man, I mean, how long can you guys stomach making two mortgage payments?
No longer than we have to,
Yeah.
because that house is costing us roughly $5,000 a month
Oh, geez.
between insurance, tax, HOAs, and the mortgage.
Oh, man. All right. Um, yeah, so that's definitely a problem. Um, are there any rental restrictions in the HOA that you're aware of?
None that I'm aware of. The house was rented before we bought it.
Okay. Got it. Do you know, was it a long-term rental or were they doing short-term rentals?
I'm not sure, but I
Okay.
know it was rented.
Okay. So that's one thing we'll definitely, depending on what their exit strategy is, I'm not the guy that gets to make those decisions, but depending on if they're considering taking it on for like a short-term rental or mid-term rental, we'll definitely need to get clarity on, what the HOA's restrictions are, if there are any. Some HOAs are good and they don't have restrictions, so it might not be a big deal at all. So, all right. I guess in a perfect world, considering, as long as you guys have been trying to sell it, I mean, what are you guys hoping to walk away with at this point?
Hold on just a minute. Let me put you on speaker where my husband can hear.
Yeah, sure.
He wants to know what would we like to walk away from the house in Naples.
Cash in hand.
Yeah.
Well, we're just trying to get our what we put into it back out. So we already calculated that. But if we could get, say, 680, and if you take off the realtor's fee.
There's no realtor's fee on this.
So 650 minus the principal would be about 250.
Got it. Okay. So around like 650 to 680 is kind of what you're shooting for, and then minus out, realtor fees and commissions and stuff like that. So generally speaking, and nice to meet you, Mitchell. My name's Chris, by the way.
All right.
Yeah. So generally speaking, when you have a property listed and you have an agent, you're going to have between your commissions, your closing costs, concessions, buyer requests for repairs, home warranties, and all that stuff. Generally speaking, the total that comes off of the top is usually about 10%. So if you're looking at, like, let's say you got a 650 offer from a retail buyer, after paying all those fees, you guys would net about, 580, 585. And then you said it was about a $400,000 balance, or a little under $400,000. So
yeah, a little under.
Okay.
Couple thousand.
Oh, okay. All right. Got it. So, so in that scenario, if you got an offer from a retail buyer, at 650, after paying off the mortgage, you would, net in your pocket roughly about $185,000. Does that sound about right?
Well, that calculation sounds right, but that's really shorting us more than we put into it. Because if you add up all the roof, the electrical, the HVAC, the paint, and electrical, it's over $100,000, and that's added on to what we paid for it to begin with. So, like I say, I think
Sorry, what was that? You kind of cut out there a little bit.
well, I can tell that we need to stick to a number of what we hope to get out of the property, considering, we're not being greedy by any means. And the people that are selling houses, and the house estimate is around $705,000 if it's sold commercially, or sold by a realtor.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
We're talking about losing $100,000 to this deal if we had to go to 580. We're taking a significant loss to 580.
I gotcha.
We paid over 530 to get into the house, and like I said, we put in over 100,000, and we can get the numbers for that. It's important.
Yeah.
See
Well,
those expenses.
Well, I mean, keep in mind, I know it's active on the market right now, at 695, it looks like. So, let's say you did get somebody come in and say, okay, we'll give you exactly what it's listed for, right? when
Mhm.
after paying out all those fees, your net is going to be 625. And then if you have a $400,000 mortgage balance, you're still looking at maybe 2.25 that you would net. Does that make sense? So you're still sounds like you're coming in less than where you are hoping to come in. Am I wrong about that?
At 2.25, yeah, that would be less.
Yeah. So, so the only way for you guys to net more would be to sell it for more than 700. But obviously, it's been listed for looks like 100 days now.
Yeah.
So I mean, unfortunately, we're doing a lot of business in Florida. Florida has just been getting slammed as of late. A lot of things are not moving. Just in, if I zoom out on Zillow and I get rid of any filters on this, and I'm just looking at single family houses, there's 226 active listed properties, between what road is this? Goodlet Frank Road all the way over to Collier Boulevard, and from Vanderbilt Beach all the way down to, Golden Gate. Actually, there's probably more than that in that area. Let me just do the boundary here. So if I go Vanderbilt Beach down Goodlet all the way to Goodlet Gate Parkway, and then I go over to Collier, there's just a ton of active properties. There's 268 properties available right now to buy. And that's happening all over Florida. So everybody is kind of, getting kicked in the teeth in Florida, unfortunately, ourselves included. We have a couple properties that have been sitting for a while that we've been trying to sell, and just not a lot's moving. So I guess for you guys, and just to be clear, I don't have an offer for you yet. I'm the last step before this gets over to the underwriters, where they'll put together numbers, and they're either going to see, they'll either qualify it and say, okay, yeah, it does qualify for an offer, and they'll give an offer, or they'll say, no, they're not interested, and they'll let us know exactly why. And usually they're looking at it through multiple lenses. Either it's going to be a fix and flip, which just based on the pictures in this, it doesn't look like it would make sense as a fix and flip. So the other alternatives would be, either some sort of rental, long-term rental, mid-term rental, short-term rental, something to that effect. So I guess, for you guys, you've been on the market for 100 days and not really getting traction. How long are you planning to hold tight to that number and wait it out? Because there's really only two things that impact a property selling, right? It's either lowering the price or waiting longer, right? And sometimes it's a combination of both. Like some people I talk to, they're totally fine and content with waiting until they get their number, and that's okay. Others aren't really in that position. And I just want to, just be candid with you guys and, talk about, the reality. Like, how long could you guys afford to wait to find that buyer that's going to come in at the number that you guys are really hoping for?
Well, you got to look at what it's on the market for, and we're losing $5,000 ballpark a month, maybe a little less due to taxes or something. But if it goes for 3 months, we're probably losing $13,000.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's a trade-off between subtracting the wait time versus the asking price.
Yeah.
And what we're hoping for, or what we've been hoping for, is just to get lucky and have someone decide they like it. There's people looking at it, but we're getting weird excuses from the realtor, which makes me think that she's really not making any effort, any substantial effort. She only has open houses like once a month, which is
Yeah.
pathetic. But they have so many weird rules, they won't let them have an open house on anything but Sunday. And
That's
They
weird.
can show the house 7 days a week,
but they
but
can't.
you can't have an open house but between the hours of noon and 5 on Sunday.
That's so odd.
Well, that's Naples.
Yeah.
And
Got it.
you can't leave your garage door open either.
Huh.
And the other factor is the realtor's take from the transaction, which is 6%,
Right.
which is, I don't know, 30-some thousand, something like that.
Yeah, close to $40,000.
Close to 40.
Yep. Yeah.
And I don't know what our asking price is,
690,
Current-
695 or something.
690.
Yeah. Currently it's
So that-
695. So at 6%, that's 41.7.
Right. So that's
Um,
around 650, and that's where we're coming up with the 250 would be, I think, seems fair, but each month that drops another 5,000.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and you can't leave out the fact that you'll have the sell side closing costs. Generally, closing costs are going to be about 1.5% to 2% of the transaction, the total purchase price. And so you'll be paying some of that. You'll have some of the transfer taxes. And then right now, because the interest rates have been so high, what we've been finding, I would say, and we're a nationwide company, so we're doing deals all over the country. And I would say 95% of the properties that we're listing on the open market, once we're finished and we go to sell them, 95% of them we're having to offer usually about $5,000 in a seller concession to do an interest rate buy down for the buyers so that they can, lock in usually and do like a 3-2-1 buy down. So for 3 years, their interest rate will start out like a couple points lower, and then it'll go up like 1 point each year until that 3 years is up, and then it goes to the normal interest rate. So we're seeing a large majority of our properties, we have to offer that. So when I say like the 10% that comes off the top, that's factoring in, those commissions, the closing costs, concessions like that, buyer requests for repairs if you're just getting minimal requests for repairs, home warranties and those types of things. So
So we're down to, let's say,
See if what they offer and see if it's something that we're okay with.
yeah.
but I mean, what we're hoping to get out based partly on what you're saying would be now we'd come away with maybe 640 minus what we put into it, which is 530 plus all the
We'd be getting our
repairs.
money back.
We would just be getting our money back. So like I said, we're not trying to really profit. We just want to get out of it what we put into it. And I don't think that's very greedy, considering I think a lot of what people are asking for is just pure greedy.
Yeah. No, I don't think you guys are necessarily asking for, like you guys are being greedy by any means. I think really like ultimately what it comes down to is a situation of bad timing, right? You bought in December of 2021, and then selling in the last few months, just the market. And it's weird because in the beginning of this year, interest rates were higher and they've been coming down. But what we've been seeing is just more hesitancy from buyers. And, I'm sure some of that has to do with the election because all the markets are kind of like, What's that?
Oh, I said that's what we were thinking, that the election could be affecting buyer confidence or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that new job reports that came out that said, oh, well, all the numbers that we were being told about jobs is totally wrong. And it's like, it's way worse than anybody thought. And, so I think that you're finally starting to get people like a little scared as to what's happening. So, we're hoping that things will kind of turn around a little bit after the election, but ultimately that also depends on who gets elected. I think, regardless of who you are in favor of, I think, Trump being a real estate guy and having background, there's going to be more favorable interest on the real estate market. I think Kamala and some of the things that she's talking about, I think there's going to be a lot of hesitancy and a lot of trepidation. So
Yeah,
you definitely have to see.
especially when she says she's going to fix on day one the problems of the last 3.5 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Part of that problem.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. All right. Sounds like you and I are on the same page, at least.
We're hoping Trump will get elected. And, the economy was good when he was in office. We don't like the way he talks, but that's just bravado.
Yeah, agreed.
What he does is more important than what he says. And the economy was better, and we were stronger as a country under Trump. At least that's my impression. So if he got reelected, I think that would be a positive effect on the economy.
Yeah, I agree. So, okay. Well, so there's a couple things, and I'd asked Margaret about this, and she wasn't sure. Did you know, Mitchell, about any of the any potential rental restrictions within the HOA requirements or anything like that?
I didn't really.
I've got the HOA manual, and it's like 500 pages.
Yeah, that doesn't shock me.
So,
okay. We can worry about that after the fact. That's not a big deal. I mean, we can just basically what we would do is I would bring it to them, and if they approve it and they're looking at it through the lens of anything shorter than like a long-term rental, then at that point during the due diligence, once we're under contract, they'll request that to review and go through the whole thing. And then if there's anything that restricts the rental ability, then we'll figure that out at that point. I mean, one thing that could possibly be interesting. I mean, you guys already bought the other house, right? So it doesn't sound like the equity that you would be getting at sale, you would need to go buy another house. Like, do you guys have a plan for that? Are you gonna, go to Vegas?
We're going to dump it in the mortgage here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Pay down the mortgage.
Yep.
Got it. What's the interest rate on your current mortgage?
We lucked up and got a pretty good deal on this house too. It's below the average.
Got it. Okay.
I'm not sure. It may have been at just the average, but I've actually got the paperwork here on my phone.
It was like right around 6%.
Let me see. I've got the Alta paperwork here. Let's see. That's just the property. Because I saved everything on my phone.
Nice. Hmm. You there? All right, guys, if you guys are just joining, I am on a call with a seller. They're pulling up their current mortgage information. They've had a house on the market for about 100+ days, not been able to sell. And so we're just trying to think creatively on something we can do to make something work here. So let's jump back in. All right, while you're pulling that up, I mean, if you guys were going to keep the house for whatever reason, and let's say somebody, you want a sweepstake, it's like, here's $40,000 that you have to put into the house. What other things would you do to the house that you just haven't gotten around to?
The only thing that the house would need doing is some updating in the bathrooms, but not renovating. They would just need to be updated.
Okay, got it. What kind of things are we talking?
Well, yeah, the cabinets are a little worn, and the master bathroom has a walk-in tub in it. Yeah, it's 6.3%.
6.3%. Okay, got it. Okay. What do you guys owe on that?
We owe, just a second, and I can tell you that. We owe $374,000.
374. Okay, got it. All right. Okay. Well, one thing, I mean, I haven't brought it to the underwriters yet. I'm going to submit the information and, they can take a look. My guess is, if it's with how long it's been sitting on the market, its current condition, like a cash offer probably won't make sense, because just the way it works, right? Like if we have to tie up a bunch of money into it, how do we get that money back, right? So they're always looking through the lens of the velocity of money, right? So if we put in, $50,000 into something, how quickly can we get that $50,000 back? So when we're making cash offers for fix and flips, it's usually anywhere from 3 months to, worst case scenario, if we got to do a full gut down to the studs rehab, maybe 12 months, right? And so we can factor that in. With this, there's not really a lot of value add that we can do. It's not selling at the current price point. So for it to make sense and feel like we're getting a deal, we'd probably have to come in at a substantially lower number to make sense. Now, one of the benefits there is if you guys are firing the agent, then you're getting rid of, some of those fees so we can get closer to a net number for you without that agent being involved. But we'd still need to get a discount for it to make sense. We do buy homes a few other ways. One of them, and actually, as a matter of fact, this is my wife and I are closing on a primary residence in this manner coming up in October. So can both of you guys hear me well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So one of the things that we've done is, and effectively what I'm doing for my primary residence is almost exact same situation. The seller was it's military. They bought a home here in San Diego. They lived here for a few years, and then they moved to go to Colorado. They had their home listed for over 100 days. They were not getting any offers. And because it was a VA loan, of course, the benefit to a VA loan is you don't have to put any money down. Well, the problem with a VA loan is when you do that and you sell very, relatively quickly, you end up in a situation where you have little to no equity. And so when you try to sell that home, like in their situation, the offers that they were getting, they would have had to write a check in order to sell that property. And so that's obviously not appealing. So I came in and talked to them and, let them know like why we're looking for the home. We weren't, obviously we were looking for it for primary residence. But we presented a scenario where we could take over their existing mortgage because they had a decent interest rate, is below 5%. We could take over their existing mortgage and we could put a little bit of cash in their pocket instead of them having to write a check to sell the house. And the property had already been vacant for like 3 months. I mean, it's almost exactly identical to your situation. Is yours a VA loan?
No, ours
Okay.
is a convention.
Conventional. Okay. All right. So, yeah, conventional is just as easy to do it this way as well. So basically what we're doing, so come October, we're going to bring some cash to close. So they'll get some money in their pocket, and then we'll pay the closing costs, and then we're taking over the mortgage payments, which is a 4.67%, as opposed to having to get new financing. Going to the bank to get a loan to pay off the existing loan and paying a bunch of fees to the bank. We're able to give those funds to the seller and just take over the mortgage payments. Now, in this situation with you guys is a little bit different with them because they didn't really have any equity. You guys have some equity. It's just nothing over there is moving. So you're kind of still stuck in the same situation, right? You have this expense. You don't want to keep making the payment. You want to sell the house. You want to get out from under it, but you still want to get a number that makes sense for you guys. So if it's something that you guys are open to, we might be able to do something similar to that. And then with the equity that you have, usually we can't really do a ton of cash up front on those. So like if it's, $200,000, $250,000, like I can pretty much tell you right off the bat, they're not going to give, that type of cash at closing. But what we could do, and what we've done in the past with other sellers in this type of scenario, is we take over the mortgage, we, put some money in their pocket up front, and then we do a second position seller finance note. So the remaining equity, we could structure that over, a time period where you guys are now getting monthly payments towards that equity, and you're effectively becoming the bank, right? So, instead of us using a private lender and paying them interest, we could basically make you guys the private lender. You get some equity paid out over time with a little bit of an interest rate on it. So you'd actually, in that scenario, you could actually end up making more than what you're hoping to get for it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I understand what you're talking about, but we would have to do some calculation, I guess, because we don't normally think about things like this. We're scientists, not business people, so.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I understand. And again, I'm painting the picture just so you guys can kind of like conceptually see it and consider it. I don't know if it would even get approved for an offer. But if, you know, I've been here for a while now, and just kind of knowing kind of what they're looking for, seeing the situation here, I think, you know, a cash offer probably is not going to be exciting for you. I mean, if they're going to approve it, I'll certainly get a number from them and see what it comes in at. And, you know, you guys can make that decision. But if I had to guess, this could be a good opportunity for, you know, a subject to seller finance type of scenario, where you guys get closer to the number you're looking for, get a little bit of, you know, some interest on the equity, and get monthly payments, and you're secured against the property. So it's not like a word in a handshake type of scenario. You guys would have like a deed of trust and a promissory note secured against the property. So, yeah, the same way that a bank does when they're lending on a property.
yeah, I would need to see something. I know you don't probably have a lot of time to spend writing this out on like a email or something like that, but if you
Yeah, I
could
mean,
give us, you know, to think about,
yeah.
we consider.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the first step is really going to be going to them and seeing if the property is even approved to be purchased at all. Once they approve a property, then it's okay, what would a cash number be? And then, you know, like I said, I'll certainly share that with you guys. And if you're like, you know what, we'd rather just take the cash and be done with it, that's fine. If you're like, nah, it's still a little bit too low, or, you know, hey, this doesn't work, let's see what the other option is. And then we can put some figures together and see what makes sense. You know, because the nice thing is, if the goal was to take the equity and pay down the mortgage, well, as long as you could, you know, if we could structure it where you were getting, like we were matching the interest rate that's on your new home, then it doesn't necessarily really matter if you're paying down that mortgage, because if you're getting, you know, like you said, it was 6.3%. So if we were going to give you 6.3% on, you know, I'm just making up numbers at this point, but call it $100,000. Whether you were going to pay off $100,000 on the mortgage, or whether you were going to seller finance it at 6.3%, and those payments paid the payments towards that $100,000, right? You're effectively covering that difference there. So, but yeah, let me do this. I've been putting all these notes into the system. Let me go back to the underwriters and see what they've even come up with, you know, if they've even approved the property. And then, can I put you guys on a brief hold?
Sure.
Okay. All right. I'll be back in just a moment. Unfortunately, there's no like fancy hold music or anything like that, so it'll just be sitting in silence, but I'll be right back.
All right.
All right.
I sort of feel like I would rather lose 4,000 a month for a few more months, or at least past Trump getting in office before throwing up my hands and doing weird deals like this. That's like suspending all our financial.
Yeah.
It just puts us into financial limbo, wondering if we'll ever see, you know, we need to get at least 2.25, 250 to come out even. We can sit down with a piece of paper or whatever, figure it out, but, you know. You said we bought the house for 230, I mean 530?
521.
521. sure we put over 100,000 into it.
Well, it was 33 for the roof, 36 for the kitchen,
69,
15 for the air,
84,
and 15 for the painting. 99.
that's 99, and then 4 for the electrical, 4
Yeah.
or 5. And then the paint, let's keep going. So 104, and the paint was 17.
I added that in. I gave you that number. All right.
I don't think you did.
33 for the roof, 36 for the kitchen,
69,
17 for the paint, 83, 15 for the air, 98, and then 4 for the electrical.
What about the roof?
We added that. That was the first thing. So 105,000. So that puts it at 630.
Is the lowest we could possibly pick.
To get our money back.
That's without,
Realtor fees.
right. So the realtor fee is 670.
Yeah.
The difference is about 20,000. And they're going to lose about 10,000 or more selling it without the realtor, just due to the other things he was talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's all your fees and stuff that you have to pay when you sell. So you just add 10% on 10,000 onto the realtor's fee.
Saying 16%? Not 10% of the total price.
No.
Is it?
No. 10,000 to the realtor's fee, I meant.
50,000. They need to get 650 to get our money back. Sale was crap. That's without the realtor. So where we've got it reduced right now is perfectly matched. How much we've put into it. Well, there's the down payment, which was 120. 120 plus 105. That's 235. That's how much we brought that. It's really a matter of how long
We can sit on it.
we can sit on it before we've got to do something. And there's the dual.
All right, sorry about that. You guys there?
Yep.
All right, sorry about that. So I don't have good news or bad news for you quite yet. There were a couple other questions that they had for me. I know the property was built in 2006. Are the windows all from 2006?
They're all hurricane-proof windows.
Got it. Okay, perfect. And those are the original?
Yes.
Okay, got it. And it's on a slab, right? So are there any like foundation
Right.
issues, cracks or anything?
No. No
Okay.
cracks or anything.
Okay, got it. And okay. I mean, if the underwriter was to come back with an offer that made sense for you guys, I mean, how quickly, or how soon could we close?
As soon as you could close.
Got it. Okay. Okay. All right. And if I can get an offer approved for the property today, do you mind if I tell you how the process works real quick?
Sure.
Okay, so once a home is approved and an offer is accepted, if it's a basic cash offer, then it's a pretty quick, super easy agreement that we would sign. It's written in basic English, not to insult anybody's intelligence, but it's just super easy to understand. If the only thing that made sense and we did go the route of some sort of creative terms, then it's a little bit of it's a more detailed agreement, just to cover all bases. After that, within 24 hours, or 24 to 48 hours, you would get a welcome call from our transaction coordinator, and they'll line up for us to get any pictures necessary, do any inspections, things like that. Title company will make sure there's a clear title for closing. They'll request the payoffs for the mortgage if we're cashing it out. And then we'll do a quick walkthrough, and then we head to the closing table and get you guys paid. And it's really that simple. So,
Yeah, we got to fit in getting rid of the realtor in between that.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Do you guys have a pretty good relationship with the realtor, or?
Well, we don't really know her. Like I said, we got her through a friend of mine.
Mhm.
So, it's just a matter of us just telling her, I don't feel like she's doing what she said she would do when we hired her.
Yeah. Got it. Okay. All right. By the way, sorry, go ahead.
We've been thinking about releasing her anyways,
Okay.
whether this conversation came up or not.
Got it. Okay. All right. And just out of curiosity, I mean, is there any particular reason you guys haven't decided to just rent the property, or?
We're not astute financially or in a business sense. I mean,
We just don't know the ins and outs of it.
Yeah. Got it.
seems like you have to hire somebody to oversee the property, and there could be any number of expenses, unforeseen expenses.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely not, it's not as easy as some people make it out to be. It's like, be a landlord, they say. It'll be great, and I mean, there's a few properties in that neighborhood that are actively listed as rentals, and they've been sitting for, 300 days trying to find tenants. But that looks like they're looking for long-term tenants. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely some things to consider. I'm just trying to brainstorm and think about like other options that you guys might be able to entertain that, because I get it, right? Like the idea of losing money on a house, or getting less than what you put in total is not exciting. I understand that. So I'm just trying to think through the lens of like, is there any other ways that you guys could, if you can't sell it for what you need, monetize it some way and, keep some cash coming in so you're not just hemorrhaging, $5,000 a month,
Yeah. Well, you would know better than we.
I only know enough to make me dangerous.
We just know that we payment every month on 2 houses.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
How a few more months, but after that, we're going to start sweating.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, well, and
But
coming into the winter months, definitely things kind of slow down a bit. So, have you guys talked to anybody else about possibly buying it, other than the agent?
No, because I went to work and went home. We didn't really know anybody other than the people I worked with.
Mhm.
Yeah, the neighborhood was not exactly
Social.
social. It was like a graveyard. It's all people waiting to die, I think.
Oh, God. That,
It's all white-haired people.
the agent
There's
didn't
a
put that in the listing, did she?
No, there's the neighborhood has some younger people, but there were no kids in our subdivision.
Oh,
Now, across the street from us had kids.
got it. Okay.
And they were visiting kids. They weren't.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Yeah, honestly, I'm I'm kind of shocked a little bit that it hasn't sold. I mean, in some respects, just because there's a few properties in the neighborhood that have sold.
But they for quite a while too.
Yeah.
One of them kept going off the market and back on, and it did that for a year, and then finally sold it. And that house was always having new construction people, so it's like they would get feedback about the roof. Eventually, they put a new roof on, and then it didn't sell. So then they had people, probably renovation, but they still wound up. They came down from like 900,000 to 700 or
Yeah, right at
680.
700.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, there's one I see that listed at like 850 and then finally ended up selling at like 790.
Yeah, that one has a pool.
Oh, it has its own pool. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Pool.
I didn't even scroll down to get to that picture. And then there's one.
Yeah, the pools there are more like,
Kiddie pools.
yeah,
Yeah.
koi ponds.
Gotcha. Yeah, there's another one that sold for 703. See here. Oh, that one might be the one that you were talking about that kept reducing.
Was that 60 something?
That was probably 164.
Yeah, 164. Yep.
That's the one that they kept reducing and renovating.
Got
They
it.
started at $90,000.
Man. Yeah, just
And
everything.
it's the size as our house, except we have a 4th bedroom, and that one was only 3 bedrooms.
Wow. Okay. Man. And you guys, let's see, you had it listed 760. You did a reduction back in July. 2 reductions in July.
The realtor is the one that suggested 760. That probably would have been more than we would have asked.
Yeah.
But that was a little bit of naivete on her part.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, the last thing they wanted to know is if we can get to a number that makes sense for both of us, would you guys be ready to move forward with a purchase agreement today?
Yeah, if the numbers make sense.
Okay. Okay. And what was the bottom line that you guys needed to be at?
Oh, what was it? 640 or?
Yeah, 635, 640.
Okay. Because you guys bought it at what, for like 521, and then you said you put about 100K in, so you're roughly right about like 6.25 all in.
Yeah, somewhere 6.25, 630, somewhere in there.
Okay, got it. So if they could even come in at a number like that, I mean, would that make sense for you guys?
Yeah.
We were gonna get out there right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let me put you on another hold. Let me run back there and see what they come back with, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
From the, with the new car deal.
You there? All right, guys. So got them on hold. Running final numbers. Yeah, it's super tight margins. So Christian just underwrote this deal and he came back with an offer range between 540 and 580. You know, what's up, Christian?
Yo, can you hear me okay?
I can, yeah, I have them on hold or mute.
Dude, that's crazy, bro. I heard that they put a lot of money into the property, but
Yeah,
it is what it is. The market's not, they don't have a pool. Like,
yep.
it's just, apparently that's
But
what's
it's
set.
crazy. It's crazy. The 164 unit sold at 703 and is a 3.2 1928 square feet. Theirs is a 4.3 similar square footage.
Right? The question and the answer of, is this like, sorry. Is there a buyer out there that's willing to drop, you know, not 900 plus like the one with the pool, because it's the same square footage in Bed Bath comp, right? They only do the other comp doesn't have a pool. Is there a buyer
Well, the
out
comp that I'm talking about doesn't have a pool. The 703 number doesn't have a pool.
Yeah, well, the one that I saw that had a pool, way higher.
790, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one less bedroom went for 703 and theirs is not selling at 695. I mean, some of it's the agent for sure, it sounds like. But I can't imagine all of it's the agent. You know, the market over there is just tough. So what about a sub 2? Because they have a 2.9 or 3.5% interest rate.
I gotta be honest with you, man. I think the best route here, it's up to you, but I think the best route is, you know, hey, I might not be your buyer, but I might know your buyer.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of my buyers love the flexibility of being able to save some money on the, you know, as much as we do the cash stuff, we do terms, you know, that whole thing, and then pitch the subject to as well. And we can try to novation, but it's going to be a lot less than they're expecting.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think it could sell for as is realistically? Like if they dropped to 650, you think it would sell?
I think it'll sell at 600. Quick.
Really? Like to a retail buyer?
Yeah, because it's good, dude. It actually looks great. I wouldn't know why, like, it won't sell.
Well, then how are you coming up with your offer range?
Because we don't need to do anything to it. If the pictures are reflective.
Yeah, but if it sells retail for 600 times 0.9 is 540.
I brought this for you to try. Barbacoa.
Didn't I put 525?
Leslie made it and brought
No,
me
you
a
put
bowl
540 to 585.
It's good. It's spicy.
No. It's 525. Sorry. It's a lot.
Got it. Okay.
It's a bummer for them.
Yeah. And it sounds like they would rather wait a few more months before they entertain any type of creative. So I'm just gonna rip the Band-Aid off with a low cash number and then basically let them, rather than going into a subject to, just plant the seed that like, hey, it sounds like you guys might have a couple more months before you're ready to, go a different direction. So I would suggest, I might be able to refer a listing agent over there. Where is it at? In Naples. Yeah, I might have, what the heck is going on? I might have an agent that I can recommend. Actually, I don't think I do. Where's Clewiston? Maybe, yeah, Ruth might go over there, but that's a far cry for her. Probably not worth it. Okay. All right. Take them off hold. All right, Margaret and Mitch, you there?
Yeah.
All right. I appreciate you guys sitting on hold there. I apologize about the delay. Just, really going to bat for you, trying to make something work. So I did want to, first off, congratulate you because the property was approved to be purchased. So that's the first step. This is the first one that they've approved for me, down in the Naples area in the last 3 weeks. So let me explain what they've approved. Now, when I tell you this number, you're probably going to think, oh, there's just some, scummy investors trying to, make a boatload of money on our property and that type of thing. Just when it comes down to it, the numbers just have to make sense. They did approve the offer to buy the property as is. They approved the closing timeline to be within 30 to 60 days, with title work and everything. Once you guys get the cancellation or termination from your agent, then obviously there will be no commissions taken out. All the closing costs would be covered by us. Now, anytime they approve a cash offer, contrary to popular belief, we're not like BlackRock where we have like an infinite amount of money. So, there's a finite amount of resources. So anytime they approve an offer on a property, they set the funds aside into a virtual withdrawal account so they don't get applied to any other properties that we're considering. Do you have that pen and piece of paper that you had?
Yep.
Okay, so there's a virtual withdrawal account that those funds are set aside in. The number is it's VW 3627 is the virtual withdrawal account.
Okay.
And the approved offer for your property in its current condition is $525,387.
What do you think, Mitch? Mitch said that's a little too low.
I understand. I gotcha. Well, that's just what they've authorized me to spend on this. The nice thing is I'm on your side. The hardest part of my job is finding properties that they actually approve. Really, it just comes down to a matter of making the numbers make sense for everybody involved. I can put you back on hold and see if there's anything else that they can do. But before I do that, let me ask you guys, where would you guys need to be at price wise to walk away, put this, stage your lives behind you and move on?
Yeah, it would still have to be like we said before, because at this price right here, we're still losing $100,000.
Got it. Is that the best you guys think you'd be able to do, just so I can let the underwriters know?
Well, we'd like to get as close as possible to that.
Okay. I mean, how close to our number do you think you guys are able to go?
Yeah, I think 625 to 650 for us to just break even. I understand the company needs to make money too, but we don't want to end up with nothing after the house is paid off.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I totally understand and I get that. I mean, in this situation, and I know you guys have put, a good bit of money into the property, since you guys have owned it. As far as how did you guys pay for that? Did you guys pay for those funds or those repairs just along the way, or is that on some sort
Yeah,
of financing?
no, we paid cash for them.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, I mean, I know this isn't what you want to hear, you know, but when it is all said and done, with the mortgage being about 400, with this offer, you guys will end up with 125,000, in your pocket to be able to pay down the mortgage a bit. Or invest or do whatever you guys decide to do with that. You know, um, again, I get it. I know it's not easy putting a bunch of money into a property and then, not really seeing the result of that on the back end. Um, I mean, if you guys, if we can't come to a number that makes sense between us, like what's your guys' next step? What do you think the plan is from here?
I guess we'll just have to see if it sells.
Sit on it for 2 or 3 months and go from there.
Okay. So sit on it for a couple more months and see what you can do.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you still going to get rid of this agent and try to use somebody else? Are you going to do for sale by owner? Like, what do you think?
We're still gonna get rid of this agent.
Okay. Do you guys have another agent that you think you would use?
No.
We don't know anybody.
Okay. Got it. So would you just like do a for sale by owner type of situation, or you just interview
Well,
some agents, or?
I would talk to the agent we used here, because when we bought this house, she was just super good and handled a lot of stuff for us to keep us from having to make the 10-hour trip, from Naples up here. And she said that, if we needed a new agent, that she had some contacts in the area. So I'll talk to her and see, who she knows and recommends, because she worked her butt off getting us this house.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I could possibly foresee them moving a little bit on the number, like on a cash number. I could probably get them to move a few inches on it. But I mean, we're basically talking about, we're miles apart, with virtually $100,000 difference there.
Right.
As long as I've been here, I've never gotten them up, $100,000. It's the way they're going to be looking at it is, again, through the lens of, can they do anything to add value, like updating those bathrooms, and what's that going to do? How much are they going to put in? How long are they going to have to hold it? What's going to be the financing costs on, the 5.25, how long are they going to hold it and then list it? You guys have already had it listed for 100 days and it's got an extra bedroom over the other house. So, they're going to be really hesitant about, increasing it a whole lot more. I mean, just to do, if we were to close on it, let's say we were to do this and we closed on it in 30 days and then we did the bathrooms and, and any other minor stuff, let's say it takes, a month to do whatever we're going to do and then put it back on the market. I mean, we're talking, let's say October, November, then we've got 2 back-to-back holidays, nothing really moves there. So, I mean, we'd be expecting to sit on it until after the new year. And then if it takes as long as it's taken it to sell right now, we could be looking all the way out to like Q2, before we even have an offer that we could reasonably accept, and so there's, we have any renovation costs, we'd have holding costs, and financing costs. And then when we sell it, we're going to have listing agent and buyer's agent commissions, closing costs, all that stuff. Yeah, I think it's just going to be really difficult to get them up enough to where it's going to make sense for you guys. And it sounds like, I mean, if you guys were, it sounds like you're probably realistically going to hold out, for a few more months at least before you'd entertain any other types of like alternative options. Am I wrong about that?
No, you're not wrong.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Well, what we can do, at this point, we should definitely stay in touch and, I can check with my team. I'm not the guy that is on that side of the table, but I can check with my team that handles selling the properties when they're flipped and see if they have any recommendations for a really good agent out there. If we would you guys be open to interviewing an agent if we can point you in the direction of one that we've used?
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay. All right. Let me do that. Let me talk to them and see. And then, I would say, whoever it is that you're going to list with, I would just, keep them on a short leash. I probably wouldn't really do much more than like a 3-month listing, but, see what they can do. And, you might, you're probably going to have to consider reducing a little bit, which is just going to put you kind of in the same situation that we're talking about. If the only way for you guys to sell it on market was to reduce, what do you think the lowest you'd reduce on market to?
It'd probably still have to be, close to that 650 mark.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, because if you did reduce to 650, then you're probably going to walk away with closer to like 580, 585. So you put a little bit in your pocket at that point. Yeah, you'd end up walking away with about 60K more than our cash offer right now. But then, if that takes 3 months, you're looking at 15K that you're going to be paying over the next 3 months. So you're really talking about like an extra 40, 45 grand.
Right.
So, all right. What was that?
I said, I think we've gone as far as we're gonna go with this spring.
I got you.
So we definitely appreciate all your effort.
Yeah.
And you want to keep it thinking about it. We'll listen.
Okay. All right.
Good.
Well, yeah, let's stay in touch. I'll check with the team, see if they have any good agents out there that they've used. I'm sure they have. I mean, we've done a lot of properties in Florida, so I'm sure they have a particular agent that they would recommend, and then I can share that contact info with you guys, and um, and then go from there and see what we can make happen. And then, in the meantime, if anything changes, you guys can certainly reach out to me, or if you want to start looking at some other creative solutions, we can talk about that and see if we can come up with something that makes sense for you guys.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
All right. I appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your day.
All right, you too.
All right. God bless. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. So obviously that call dragged out a little bit longer. We were running all the numbers, trying to see what we could make work, trying to see if we can get any reduction on their front. I mean, we basically, it seems like they're still up in the air as to whether they would reduce. It's currently listed for 695, but they're up in the air whether they would reduce on market to 650. Um, but I think if they're considering that, then that puts them a lot closer, right? And if they sign a new listing agreement, I mean, it's basically going to take, 2 to 3 months for them to sell if they did reduce, just with financing and everything else. So now this is where selling the gap comes into play, right? So we might not ever get this deal, but we might be able to come up a little bit on a number that makes sense for them. I think it could sell for more than 600, not a whole lot more. Maybe it could sell for 650. But even if it sold, let's say it sold for 6.25 times 0.9 minus $30,000, our number would need to be like 532 for us to make 30 grand. If it could sell for 650 minus 30, we could probably come all the way up to 555. We could probably come up a little bit more than that. I mean, at a 650 number with a novation, if we did 0.92 minus 30, like 565. So there's a little bit of room there, but not a whole lot. I mean, this is definitely a tight margin. So yeah, I'm just going to save their number. I'm going to see if we have any agents in the area, because if they're firing their agent, I'd rather get a listing referral. Let's see here. Listing referral, if we can get them at 650 times 0.03. So we negotiate a 35% referral fee from all of our agents, which would roughly be about a $6,800 referral fee. So if I can get an agent out there, then that would actually be a decent little margin. So let's see what we can come up with. I'm going to put a post real quick. All right, what'd you got, Hawk? What'd you like about that call? Any feedback, questions? Got some new people joining. Welcome. All right. So I'm going to post this. Thanks, man. What was your biggest takeaway? I think we anchored them pretty good. But this is where the fortune's in the follow-up, man. They have that magic number in mind. They don't want to take the hit. Takeaway was the hold, honestly. Yeah, dude, the hold, the mute button is a freaking pro. Yeah, and that's exactly like if there was no better call as to why that putting the mic on mute is key. That's it right there. I mean, they literally did all the math. Now, it didn't change the numbers much, really any. I mean, they said 650, but we basically figured out they could be at like 6.25. So it didn't change a whole lot, but it just gave you a lot of insight. Like people don't think that you'll just mute them. Like they're like, no, we're actually on hold and we can, have a full-fledged conversation and talk about whatever we want, right? So that's huge and you get really good insight. They're not ready. They definitely have pain, but it's a matter. So right now, like they're struggling in this, like what's more painful is taking the reduction more painful or paying the $5,000 a month more painful. And right now for them, the taking the reduction is more painful in their minds because there's this hope that they're going to be able to get more for it, right? And so I think you're perfectly right. It might be best to let them sit for a while versus pushing. Now, the key thing, because they are going to use another agent, so notice how I didn't just let them go use another agent. I'm going to try to bring them an agent, but also like, hey, whoever you use, keep them on a short leash. I would consider, no more than a 90-day listing agreement, because you don't want to get strung out, on this thing, and you want to be able to eject out of that contract. So I think that's really important because if they fired that agent today, hired a new agent today, and then relisted it, they're going to try to relist it at 695. Maybe they reduce a little bit, but over that time period, it's going to be harder for that agent to work with them than it is for me to come in and negotiate them. And they're basically going to consider the market told them exactly where they need to be. They're going to be less likely to take a reduction with the agent. Even like I said, even if they did take a reduction with the agent to 650, they're looking at 585 where we're a lot closer. So we'll see what happens. I think, they could probably sell the house if they reduced. Let's see. Get them for referral and follow up. I think there's certainly an opportunity for a creative deal. What would your exit be on this if they agree to seller financing at a high number? Well, so in this one, so I kind of planted the seed that like, hey, we need to know what the rent restrictions are, because and my guess is there's a short-term rental restriction. Now, if that's the case, I mean, it's Naples. I don't know what the rental market is over there, but we would probably look at some sort of short-term or midterm rental. Holy crap, there's a ton for rent right now. Bro, the Florida market honestly is not exciting right now. Let me share my screen. So this is like this Florida market. These are all rentals. So this is the pocket where they're at. So, man, there's a ton being rented. And you got all these 8,500, 7,000. So that's the thing. It's like you got all these rentals, 58 days, 55 days, 26 days. I mean, long-term rentals are definitely not what's up. I don't know what the short-term rental market is right over here. So I'd have to talk to a couple buddies of mine, get some more information there, do some reports. But you know, could make sense as a short-term rental or a midterm rental. Or it could be a some sort of wrap situation, especially when they have a 2.9% interest rate. So yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. All right, let me save this deal, and then we're gonna do let's see, offer made, and we're gonna do a callback later this week with an agent referral. So I'll have an agent to refer them by the end of the week, almost certainly. I might have one for them today. So yeah, so more than likely my exit is going to be an agent referral and then getting a referral fee. So all right, let's move on to the next lead. Let's see if I have any text responses. Okay. What's up, Aaron? Yeah, dude, it was a good one. You know, too far apart. You know, they basically they already bought another house, moved in 10 hours from their current place in Florida, and it's been on the market for 100 days. I normally don't do on market, but because it was on for 100 days, figured, okay, there might be a possible opportunity on this one. And, you know, they're not super flexible in the price, but that's going to change here in the coming months. So when it's all said and done, it might turn out to be a listing referral. So we'll see what happens. I'll follow up with them later. All right, let's see here. Okay, I got double check email real quick, just make sure I don't have any emails I need to get to. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's call this guy back. Perfect. All right, let's call that guy. Let me just make sure. Good to go with the underwriting. All right, where are my callbacks? All right, so this guy that I'm about to call, so just so you guys know what's going on with this one. So I called this guy on Friday, started the call, started getting into it. He had an offer, a subject to offer. So he had a subject to offer. Thanks, Aaron. Yeah, this one wasn't gold up until that call. Dude, I made like, I don't know, 25, 30 dials, and nobody picked up. One guy picked up and said he would call him tomorrow. But um, and then we had that call. And so now I'm going to reach back out to this guy who I talked to him on Friday. He had it as an Airbnb illegally. The city came and shut it down because there was some Karen in the neighborhood, you know, snitching on everybody. By the way, Karen, snitches get stitches. So stop snitching on people with their short-term rentals. So in April and May, he converted it to a duplex and has it rented to two tenants, $4,100 a month. There's a 3-1 in the front, 2-2 in the back. Roof is about 8 years old. He got it out of foreclosure. They're on year leases, so these are new leases. He's not super motivated, but he would like to get out of it. He's hoping to get around 500K. Now, here's the key. He had somebody pitch him sub 2. If you guys were on actually, I think I did this call on live on Friday afternoon, and I had to cut it short because my wife and I had this thing at church that we had to go to, and I was already like cutting it late. So he had somebody pitch him sub 2, and they didn't properly pitch him. They didn't explain it to him properly, and he was considering it, but he couldn't get over the hump. There's a couple things that he just wasn't like super open to. But after I talked to him a little bit and told him my story about how we've done a bunch of these, and we're closing on our primary sub 2, which if you guys are just joining, my wife and I are closing on a sub 2 for our primary, 4.67% interest rate, 40K cash to close, $800,000 house, fully renovated. Just needs a roof, but other than that, it's fully renovated. So yeah, I talked to this guy, and now he's intrigued about sub 2, and he might be open to it. So we're gonna hop on the phone with him here real quick, and let me make sure I get this. I want to have the underwriting going while I'm calling him, so that we're kind of preemptively ahead of the ball. Okay, so if you guys are just joining, about to reach out to this seller, and we're going to talk sub 2, hopefully get a sub 2 deal here. So all right, cool. And Christian's looking at it. All right, so we got a few more people on here. If you guys are new on the stream, just go ahead, put a thumbs up in the chat. Let me know where you're located and what markets you guys are doing deals in. And if there's any questions that you guys have, or any help you need in your business, or any specific content you want to see. And Aaron and Hawk, I know you guys are on here all the time. If there's any specific content that you guys want to see other than just dialing sellers, let me know, and we'll put it on the docket of things to work on, and put out some of that content. And it could be anything: creative finance, underwriting, sub 2, seller finance, wraps, the whole shebang. So novations. And if you guys need help getting deals over the finish line, you need help with novations, you have cash contracts, you need them switched to novations, let us know. We can help you with that. We can help you with dispo, closing, whatever it is. All right, so I'm going to pop on a call with this guy now. All right, guys. This text is everything. So I just want to tell you guys this text. So my wife took the baby to the beach. This is the first time she's ever taken Coda to the beach by herself. And let me tell you, it sounds like it was definitely an interesting situation. I'm gonna call this guy back in just a second, but so one, she had to carry Coda and the stroller just to get down the beach. And then they left, and some birds got into a diaper that she pooped in and like ripped it apart and got like poop everywhere. So, all over this sheet that she was on. And so she had to like throw that out. So pretty hilarious. All right. I'm going to take this inbound call. Lazarus Property Group. This is Chris. How can I help you? What's up? Who's this? Hey, what's up, man? How are you? Oh man, yeah, I must have been gone for the night. When was it that we talked? Was it Friday or Thursday? Yep, yeah, man. It's been kind of a wild. Yeah, man. So, normally, let me see here. When was the last time we actually, hold on, sorry, I'm trying to pull this up, right? Yours is the property on, Jackson Street, right? Yeah, okay, perfect. So yeah, basically, normally when they submitted a property for an offer, looks like we spoke on the 3rd, so it's been about 6 days. So yeah, normally they only set aside those funds for about 48 to 72 hours. So I checked with them before I, reached out to you earlier today, because the market always changes and everything. So I was able to get them to approve continuing forward with that offer if you guys are ready to go with that today. Oh, okay. Yeah, we got it. Okay. I gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, let me pull up the see here. Just pull up the give me 1 second here. All right, let's see here. A box of brownies, nice. That's hilarious. Are they regular brownies or brownies? Okay, all right, nice. Nice. Oh, oh dang. That's what's up. All right, let me where is this document? Sorry, I'm trying to pull this. Okay, I think it's this one here. Give me a second. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. All right. Give me 1 second here. Can I put you on a brief hold? All right, I'll be right back. And so if we can get them to shorten the time frame to the to 30 days, you would be good with moving forward with that?
30 days only. If y'all don't do it in 30, the contract is void.
Gotcha.
But I
Okay.
already went through this, and it's gonna go month after month after month. I ain't gonna keep going from company to company to company. I already dropped the number low as I can drop it.
I gotcha. Okay. All right.
And I'm got and I gotta keep cutting the grass and keep maintaining that. Probably like the work I gotta really do it right now. If I had to pay somebody to go clean up and cut all that grass and stuff that's growing up in the back, which is a part of the house I never really went to, which is in the alleyway.
Mhm.
That's gonna cost me hundreds of dollars. So I gotta go out there and spend me a couple of days cutting that shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
So when I cut that, then I gotta go cut the front grass. So I ain't about to do that for the next 2-3 months. By somebody decide to play with me.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I just keep the shit.
All right. Let me see what I can do. I'm gonna put you on a brief hold, and if we can get them to do 30 days at the 30 that we talked about, then you're good to move forward with that today.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Give me a second. I'm gonna put you on a brief hold. I'll be right back.
Here's money right now. I take what you offer me right now, but I'm not gonna wait 30 days for you to make another decision to try to lowball me like the last people.
Right.
They owe me 50, then it went to 42, then the day of closing, they're gonna tell me we could take 27. No, motherfucker, that's 15,000 less. That's arthritis, man. I couldn't even move this motherfucker at all this morning. At all. They got all type of I got all type of different creams, and you got some shit for it?
All right, can you
Biofreeze
guys
or
hear
some
me?
shit? You got some of that? Yeah, that's that shit. That's what Mama used. Mama said she put that shit on. So she said she takes you a 9-time bath. And she said she put that
Looks
on.
like our cash number was between 20 and 40, and we're getting it at
bro, I don't
30.
eat these, Dexter. I don't eat these like Whoppers. These ain't brownies, these Whoppers. I don't eat these. I'm sorry, I'm telling you. I don't eat them. They're Whoppers. Yeah, they're Whoppers. That's like, I don't eat them. I put them in a bag for you. Yeah. I don't eat
I guess he
them at
doesn't.
all.
He doesn't like Whoppers.
Yeah, say milk chocolate brownie, but them Whoppers. Yeah, let me tell you one. So when you say like Whoppers, I'm gonna throw up. I'm telling you, I'm gonna throw up. Like it's gonna hit me.
You know I ain't gonna give you shit to make you throw up.
I just read it.
Okay.
I just read it, so it might be. It doesn't look like
All right.
What do you tell you?
Who's got buyers in Gary, Indiana?
Don't punch me.
Gary, Indiana. Let's see. Whoppers are not delicious, Christian.
This ain't a Whopper. I can taste the brownie, at the end, but a Whopper, you ever ate a Whopper?
Yeah, it's crunchy in the middle.
I don't know about that, but I know they nasty.
Yeah, I know that one. I know that. But when it said,
No, them brownies right there.
Yeah.
I can taste right here.
I had 3 boxes of these. One out there, Elsa.
Them brownies. You must get back.
Today's
Them brownies.
I don't say anything. Hurt you.
Yeah, I better wait. What you need?
H2O. Man, I can ride a bike out there.
I know, man. And really, that climb, that hill.
That's what gets me.
That hill seems to be a little different than it used to be.
It was easy.
Yeah, because you had a little more energy and you could push it. There's something at the bottom for sure.
I put them on the refrigerator so I was here if you found a place.
The other name, Hawk, for Whoppers is trash. Malt balls. Yep, that's exactly what they are. They're malt balls. And they can walk their way straight to the trash can. That's like the candy corn of chocolates.
See, I just tell you what they do is they try to lock you into a deal.
Gary, Indiana's 565 Jackson, Christian.
Okay? They'll give you 30. This person number 65. That person come here to 25 and he'll sell it for 155. Then the house is worth 250,000. That's how they do the market. So then you lose out. I'm gonna lose anyway. But I'm not about to let you advertise my house for a couple of months while I wait to get paid. Right. If you already know y'all about to make a lot of money on the deal, go ahead and pay me nothing.
Everybody hates candy
Why I
corn,
gotta wait?
Christian.
Don't take 5 days.
Candy corn is a plot against
Why wait 30
America
days?
to make
Or
something that
60 days?
you
Come on, up with
purchase
me.
just
No,
simply to throw in the
if you can't
trash.
close the 30, you can't do it. I take this nigga a boxer and I took him
All
from
right. So I'm gonna pop on with him and
sword.
let's get this going.
Okay. Okay. Now he asked me. He bought a toy.
Hey, Drew,
Yo.
you there? All right, brother. Hey, man, I got good news for you. So I thought I was gonna have to box these guys, but I told them what's up. So I was able to get them to agree to the 30 days. So are you in front of your email right now? Can you get your email opened up?
No, not right now. No, I'm not on that phone. I'm trying to find that phone. I'm on my other phone.
Oh, got it. Okay. All right. When do you think you'll have access to your email?
Shit, soon. I was actually doing that, and I noticed that you had called me, and then I was checking my voicemail. So I stopped looking for the other phone to call you back, and I was hoping, I think this is cell phone, so that's why I called you.
I got you. Okay.
So I figured,
right.
I didn't think about the business hours, and then y'all like 3 hours back, so it ain't as late as I think it is there.
Yeah, totally. Okay.
Right, because, it's like after business hours here, just about. Let me see.
Yeah, it's
because everything closed up here a couple hours ago.
Yep. It's like, what's it, 8:15 over there?
Nope, 7:15.
Oh, okay. You're only 2 hours ahead. Okay, got it. All right, cool. Yeah, it's 5:13 here now. So
what they need me to do? E-sign?
Yeah, so I'm going to email you this document, and it's basically the exact same document. We just adjusted it to 30 days. So you'll just need to initial sign and date in the spots where it's requiring it, and then you'll be good to go. So I can go. I already went over the agreement with you, right?
Yeah, you did all the way through, every line.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So yeah, it's the exact same agreement. They just changed the close of escrow to 30 days. Everything else is the same. So you can go ahead and just, initial, sign, and date.
Now, what's the odds I'll be paid before the 30 days? What's the odds?
What do you mean?
What are the odds I'll be paid before the 30 days?
Before the 30 days?
You asked for you asked for up to 30 days, but I thought it was like we buy houses when we first talked.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Then the 30 days, I thought the 30 days was usually given for me to get my property or things out of the house. Not the 30 days you guys to close.
Yeah. So the way it's written is we'll set closing to be as soon as practical, but no later than 30 days. So worst case scenario, 30 days, and then they'll do the title work. If there is anything in the place you need to get out, that type of stuff. And then what'll happen is once you sign the agreement, it'll automatically notify our team. And then within 48 hours, you'll get a call from our transaction coordinator to do a welcome call. And she'll go over like next steps, scheduling a time for us to get our guy out to do pictures of the property so we can confirm its condition based on what we had talked about. And then, and then we'll go from there. We might have to do like a couple, final walkthroughs for like our contractors to just do their, run their numbers so they have everything prior to us closing. But the transaction coordinator will keep you in the loop along the way.
Okay, now, if y'all backbid on the deal or y'all don't want to make a deal, will y'all be fair enough to tell me after the contractors come out? Because, see, they had 2-3 different people. First, they sent out somebody and they had to, basically run over there to try to take care of them. Then they sent out somebody else without giving me a heads up. And then they started talking to me crazy, cussing and hollering on my voicemail like I better get there. You sit in the contract, I say none of the contractors say I got to rip and run and meet you when you tell me. Y'all supposed to give me 24-hour notice.
I got you. Well, what we can do to make it more convenient, to make it more convenient, I can have my transaction coordinator.
And my thing is, I don't want to give nobody total access or run of my house if ain't nobody gave me no damn money, man.
I got you. Well,
I'm being honest.
Yeah,
I'll give you access. I'll give you access if you call me and let me know.
Yeah.
But as far as me giving a key or a lockbox or some of that, I ain't doing none of that.
Got it. Okay. Well, yeah.
Listen, I'll give access, but I'm not just going to let nobody have a run of my property and I ain't been paid. That ain't smart.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's whatever you want to do, man. If you want us to put a lockbox on it, or if you want to show up when we need you to show up,
No,
you know,
no, I'm not
to
doing
let
no
us
lock.
in.
Listen, what I just said, I'm not doing no lockbox.
Yeah, that's why I said you don't have to do a
Yeah,
lockbox as long as you're willing
yeah.
to show
Hey,
up
baby.
and let our guys in. So that's fine.
Yeah, I'll show up every time. All you gotta do is just give me if you can't give me a 24 hour, at least let me know the night before so I can be there in the morning, you know?
Yeah, that's fine, man. Yeah, we'll always keep you in the loop.
Yeah, like I say, I don't want to fuss and argue and prejudge y'all and treat y'all bad and y'all might be a good company, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, man. And I appreciate that, man. Yeah, we're super communicative,
Because
so we'll let you know what's going on.
I'm an asshole by by nature, man. You already got a hell of a first name, Chris, so I don't want to make you. No, I got it. I don't want to treat you bad.
I hear you, man. I hear you. I appreciate that. Well, we'll get it figured
Yeah,
out, man.
it ain't that serious to treat nobody, to treat another man bad. You know what I'm saying? I want to sell a house, and you want to be a purchaser. That way you can put in your portfolio. I bought this one through the company. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, exactly.
I know it all comes out together for both of us.
Yep. Yeah,
I
totally.
make a little bit, you make a little bit, and the company gonna make a lot more than us, but it'll make both our day better.
Oh, that's for sure. That's for sure. Cool, man. Well, I'm gonna go ahead
And
and
your wife.
exactly, and my wife. Yep. So,
All right, man. Hey, I'm gonna check the email and just let me know that you got it.
perfect. Sounds good.
That-
It'll be in your
I
inbox.
told you more about noon.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
All right.
All right, peace. All right. So let's see here. All right. So that's a contract out. So we had that contract out previously. He wanted 30K. We had a 60-day close with 60-day inspection. He wanted 30. At the end of the day, it's like, take a crack at it and see what happens. Lock it up, see what happens. So, so I'll have a follow up with him tomorrow. All right. So now let's go. I'm going to call this other seller back. Dang, it's already 5:15. Let's see.
Hey, Chris, this is Mark Christian. We spoke.
Okay, I'm just gonna call him tomorrow. It's already 5:20. Let's see how long we've been on this. Almost 3 hours. Yeah, I'm starting to get nauseous. All right, guys. Let's see here. Who we still got on here? Yeah, if I call this guy now, we barely got into the first, 15 minutes of the call. This could easily be an hour-long call, and then I'm going to be here until almost 7 o'clock. So we're going to cut it. It's been basically almost 3 hours on the live stream. So appreciate you guys. And I'll let you know if this guy signs that contract I just sent out. That'll be a $30,000. Oh, here comes Christian. What's up?
Yo, hey man.
What up?
I just wanted to let you know you don't have to call that guy right now, but it's a decent deal. I was just underwriting it.
Yeah. What did he
Could be a
want for the
decent
property?
deal.
500? Yeah, I think he was hoping to get around 500 for it.
Just want to confirm that we're talking about the same one, right? We're talking about the 6th Avenue.
6th Ave. Yeah, yep.
Oh,
St. Petersburg.
dude. Yeah, bro. I think 500K is looking good actually.
Nice.
Like real good.
Like how good?
Let's just show
Real good.
like real. Let's just show you this. I know, hold on. Hold up. So these are as is, 685 comp, 680 comp, 495 comp, so that makes a little bit more sense. It's a 427 sorry, 1700. ARV comps, 800K, 750K, 740K. And this one's active at 825. It's been posted for 10 hours and it already has like 60 saves.
Nice.
So I was just checking that out and I'm thinking, yeah, dude, I think it could be a good deal. Obviously, we would need to put some work into it, you know, but you take the risk. That's what's up. So
Well, and he's like really intrigued about the sub 2 now.
yeah,
So I'm not
his house is
sure.
decent.
He was doing
There's
it as an Airbnb, and then there was a freaking Karen in the neighborhood that snitched on him.
got it. Yeah, I used to know somebody named Karen.
Yeah. Was she a short-term rental snitch?
No. I wonder how that name. I'm sorry to every Karen who's not a Karen, the colloquial Karen. It's not a bad name.
Everybody who is ever named Karen, like, hates the fact that they're named Karen now.
I have an aunt named Karen. Anyway, it's a good deal. I wish that we could hear that call right now, but I get it if you're nauseous.
Yeah, feel nauseous, and it's 5:23, and I was only in like the first 15 minutes of that call. So if we're gonna go down that route, it's gonna end up being a much longer call, and
Right. More
I'll
than that, we
probably be
need a
here till
buyer in
7.
Gary, Indiana. So everybody, you guys got buyers in Gary, Indiana, hit us up, Christian@lasprop.com, because I'm gonna look to get that thing dispoed too. Is that a JV deal, Chris?
I don't think so. Oh, it is. Yep, of course it is.
Okay.
It's not gonna be a killer deal, but
No, just a wounder.
it's not gonna be a whopper.
just a candy corn.
Just a candy corn, a trash deal.
Oh goodness.
Cool.
All right.
All
right. If
right.
anybody has any questions on the live, you can ask me. Otherwise, have a beautiful evening wherever you might be in the continental United States. If you're in Hawaii, you're already having a good time, so forget about you.
Yes. Cool. Just stick around here after we cut off the live, and then peace out. But for everybody who jumped on, if you're late to the party, too bad. We're cutting it short. Not short. Been on for 3 hours.
You just rewind.
Yeah, just rewind the live. You can watch it. Make sure you
See
like
ya,
it,
Aaron.
subscribe, and put the notification bell. And then again, we're working on the schedule later, Aaron. And if you guys have deals that you need help with closing, dispoing, or converting cash wholesale deals to novations, definitely hit us up at chris@lasprop.com. You can email me, and we can go ahead and underwrite those and help you out and lock up those deals and make some money together. Appreciate you guys.
See you next time, man, where we're going to make real estate investing